Good morning, everybody. Let's have a look at Crow just for a minute, and then we'll have a look at the broader markets. If you want to join the Patreon live streams, there's one on tonight. So there's links in the description below. Join the Patreon. It's only £7.50 a month, and do 2 streams a week. 2 streams a week. Right, so just thinking about Crow, we've got this horizontal, it's a diagonal trend line, basically, where we found support around here, 2023. Bang, made its way all the way up to the peak in November 2024. Before we decided that that's enough for now, and we consolidated basically throughout the summer, and then basically for the rest of its life until the end of 2024, when we basically pumped exactly as expected. Now, since then, we've come all the way down, lost the Bollinger Band. This is a weekly, by the way, and we came back down to this trend line. So we got a big move up, second wind, big move up. So I'm kind of looking and expecting this to continue. To be fair, just based on what we see. Anyway, I don't know why I started with that. Oh, I'll tell you why. It's because I don't know if anyone's ever recognized certain rhythms within crypto anyway. But Crow often moves first when it comes to like a big turnaround or a movement in altcoins. I'll tell you what another thing that moves early, although I haven't checked it. I haven't checked it in probably a couple of years, despite owning a reasonable amount of it. Bitcoin SV. That's right, Bitcoin SV. Has this one moved dramatically at all by any chance recently? That would be a no. Okay, fine. I'll save this without doing the stream. Without making videos about it. Sorry, guys. A bit of a mess over here. Right, so let's think about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's creeping up. This again, we're staring at the weekly here. We're looking at a 21 exponential moving average, which is the resistance that we're at right now. That's fine. That's a decent resistance. If we carry on any further, it's 92,500, which I think is where we were talking about, potential big resistance and getting knocked down from there. When we're talking about the daily, there's no itchy setup or anything like that. All we've got is rising momentum, but the money flow index is still only at 60, so it can definitely go higher. 92, I think, is on the cards. Although the 50 exponential has found resistance a couple of days ago, I think we're going to push through that. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly to see what's going to happen today. Right, yeah, so it's just consolidation really from that area, which would have been the 50 exponential on the daily. So what we see is a trend signal in play now on the Ichimoku cloud. That's still in play. So I'm going to call it. I'm going to say this is likely to move up to 92,500 before you get a big rejection on that. Now that rejection could actually be the next lower high. It's unfortunate, but it's true. It could be the next lower high. You could even see a little higher, maybe pushing up to 94, 95. Since the Bollinger Band itself, the center of that, the 20 weekly, is still trending up because the trend has been so significant. We're not even horizontal or downwards facing, so it looks pretty sweet to me, to be honest with you. If for whatever reason we do break through there and the parabolic run begins, the money flow index and the RSI are in an absolute prime position for that. It can really power through. Now, we always talk about the bearish divergence finding peaks and the bullish divergence finding significant lows, right? We always talk about that. That's why I have these. So you got bull div 1-2 finds the low. You got bull div 1-2 finds the low, even in the bearish situations. Of the March crash, we got the 1-2 finds the top, and then recently we had the 1-2 found the top, which consolidated throughout the summer. Now, someone reminded me, in fact, says, but there's a bear div here. There's a bear div here. From this read to that read, wouldn't that have marked the absolute top? No. I don't think that you would be considering this related to this. This and this caused this. This and this doesn't count, because we only count for the candle bodies, not the wicks. And even if it did count, I'd be looking at this as mostly completely reset now. So I'm looking for it to turn back up. Now, it's not going to go straight to the moon today, but the moon is most likely the target. Now let's have a think about the S&P, because we are also getting concerned, but the closer we get to like towards 6,000. We're not there yet. If the weekly decides to push up to 5,850, then yeah, the resistance there. But look, it's the same deal over here. You know, significantly low. If we do decide to break out from here, it would get significantly bullish. I think I always talk about this now. Like people say that the 4-year cycle's broken. I don't believe that. It doesn't look like it's broken. Doesn't seem like it's broken. It might feel broken to some people because they've got the wrong coins, but they're not subject to any kind of 4-year cycle anyway. They're the only cycle they're subject to is the cycle of emotion. The FOMO emotion, and then the regret emotion. There's not really a cycle involved in most altcoins. They get carried with the market, but the liquidity is so minimal throughout at least the majority of the bull market. They come and go, they come and go. But looking at the bull market generally on the total too, we can see that actually it's a series of high highs, higher lows, way more productive than the previous higher highs, higher lows of the last bull market. So this has been, for me, like pretty much the best bull market, and I really don't understand what all these top influencers are talking about, and they say this has been the worst bull market ever. It's really not at all. It's been the best bull market ever. You know, it annoys me. You know, that you got these very popular people saying stuff like that. And what are you talking about? The sentiment should not be this low when charts look like this. Anyway, there's not a great deal more to say about the overall market. It still looks good at the moment, and if we do bounce and reverse from the 50 exponential, it shouldn't surprise us because that's what we saw here. It's also what we saw here as well. So, it wouldn't surprise me now to see if we go to the new all-time high and print a new all-time high and probably peak somewhere around, September-ish area. That's always been my expectation. So we just draw this in. So that's a rough area. I'm looking to exit the market around this period just for safety purposes. This is where I think the market is likely to find its peak. So it's got the space to run, and it's got the direction to move. And I definitely can see it from here to here making a new all-time high on the total market cap. And then because the 4-year market cycle still does fit the model, I would be respectful of it because it's not unbroken yet. So I don't see any reason to deviate from it currently. Right, I'll leave it with you there. Nothing much more to say. If you want to join tonight, we'll look at as many altcoins as we can get in. And thanks for watching. Take it easy.